Hi, in this video we're going to look at different ads and the ad extensions that make the ads look better and more attractive to searchers. So we've typed in a search for solicitors in Dublin and we're actually just based outside of Dublin, so we should get very relevant results, we'd hope. Okay, the first ad, experience counts, is headline 1. Personal injury lawyer is headline 2 in the ad. readystafford.com is their actual domain name. And sometimes Google will append that to the end of the headline. And when Google does show it on the ad headline, they will show it with the capitals that you put into the ad. So you can see in the display URL where it's in green, it's readystafford.com, all in lowercase. If you'd added it in all in uppercase into the ad in AdWords, it would still show in lowercase on the display URL. But when they show you domain name on the headline, they will put it into the case that you've used. So probably in this case, I'd put a capital R for Reedy and capital S for Stafford. I presume that's the name of a law firm in Dublin. For this first ad, we can see the ad description is over 40 years experience, professional local solicitors. Below that, this particular ad has vehicle accidents and then a dot and then accidents at work. Those are called call-outs. We can have as many call-outs as we want, but typically we'll have 4 of them showing. When we look at the third ad down there for Gibson and Associates Solicitors, we can see they've got friendly and approachable as a call out, Dublin-based office as a call out, high quality service as a call out, and responsive and efficient. So that's quite long. So the first ad for Reedy Stafford, maybe they do actually have 4 call outs created and maybe Google's just not showing the other 2. We don't get full control over when they show and what order they show in. Or it could well be that they've only created 2. For each client, I always create at least 4 callouts to try and get as much of the real estate taken up. For the top ad, that's really all they've got showing at the minute. The second ad, Solicitor Services Dublin. At least they've got Dublin in it and they've mentioned solicitors. Odin Law, again, I'd have a capital O and a capital L in the domain name so that it appears that way when it's on the headline. And like the first ad, they're not using anything after the slash in the display URL. We can put whatever we want in there, 15 characters and then another slash and another 15 characters. That's called path 1 and path 2. Those subdirectories don't actually have to exist on the domain. That's just another opportunity for us to add copy. We can see in the third ad they've said solicitors/Dublin. I often use words that are in the search term because we can see they are bolded and stand out to people. I'll often also put things in like contact-us as a call to action. That third ad looks to be the best ad on the page. As you can see, it's the biggest because they've got Gibson and Associates Solicitors as part of their headline 1, Experienced Dublin Solicitors that's headline 2. Gibson and Associates.ie is not showing up on the headline like it has done for the first 2 and actually the fourth ad. And I think that's because headline 1 and headline 2 are quite wide as it is. And if Google was to add the domain name up, it would make it too big. That's something to bear in mind, that sometimes if you want your domain name to appear on the headline, then maybe don't make full use of headline 1 and headline 2. We can see that they're using path 1 and path 2, like solicitors in Dublin, and their description for their ad is experienced solicitors in Dublin, so they're echoing back the search term, call our team now for specialised help. They've got a weird capitalization for that. I would have a capital O and capital T for call our team now for specialised help. They do mention Dublin and solicitors in the ad headline, but it's in the second part, it's in headline 2. Maybe they've already split test this and worked out that if they have Gibson Associates solicitors first, then that runs better for them. If they haven't, I would suggest that they'd put Dublin solicitors first and then put Gibson Associates afterwards, maybe. And this kind of reads actually quite well though, doesn't it? Like we said before, we've got the call-outs is friendly and approachable, Dublin-based office, high quality service, responsive and efficient. They're kind of nice, don't really say very much, but they take up space. And Dublin-based office obviously is very relevant to the search term. Then below that, we've got services and then a colon. That is a structured snippet. And we can have lots of different types of structured snippets like services and types and other ones. And then I think we can even create our own. And what that is a list, and we can put whatever we want into that list, and we can see they've got quite a bit in there and it's pretty good. So if somebody's looking for a solicitor in Dublin, we don't know why, so they've listed all the different services that they do in that structured snippet, so that not only does it take up space on the screen, which makes their ad bigger and more likely to be clicked, but those are relevant things for somebody searching. Then below that, we've got these 4 site links: our case studies, property law services, about Gibson & Associates, YS for injury claims. Those can actually be clicked on and take people through to the case studies and the services and the about us and the YS page. But most people don't actually click on those. They again just make the ad bigger and give us an opportunity to create more copy. The ad below that is a very standard ad. They haven't used any ad extensions, or if they are using ad extensions, they're not showing. So the best ad on this page, you would think, would be that third one, the Gibson Associates, because they mentioned Dublin Solicitors in the headline. The one above it mentions Dublin Solicitors, so that's pretty good as well. But the one below it has more ad extensions showing. As we said, we've got callouts, we've got structured snippets, we've got site links. What they're missing is a call extension, which would be a phone number just after solicitors in Dublin. It would appear there. I can't imagine that a solicitor's firm doesn't want phone calls, maybe because it's midnight here. Maybe they have a call extension not to show out of hours, I don't know. They seem to already know what they're doing, so maybe that's the case.